Hey, what's going on? So today I lost about $1,800 within an hour trading five Topstep funded accounts. That's about $360 loss for each account, which isn't bad at all. You want to keep your losses small, of course. So I'm going to go over pretty much the two trades that I lost, my thesis behind them, the psychology behind them, and then at the end I'm going to pretty much give you the lesson that I learned for the day, right? Because every loss is really a lesson. So hindsight, I'm going to look at the charts and tell you what I learned and what I'm going to apply for my next trades going forward. So going into the trade, I pretty much made a support and resistance line, right? So this is support and then that's resistance, right? Within the first 5 minutes of market open. All right, so you can see that we broke out, and once we broke out, we got a nice little push down. I thought it was going to be a nice pullback, making this support line resistance now, and then I was going to wait for price action and let me know that we was going to continue down, but it never did. So as you can see, we closed right back in here, going back into this range. And the first mistake that I did here was actually trading in the range. I need to trade outside the range, either to the upside or to the downside, because as we're moving within this range, this 5 minute range, that just lets me know that we're still consolidating for the day. And I'm a momentum trader. I like continuations and breakouts and things like that. So as long as we're in the middle of this range, that just shows me that we're still consolidating. So that was my first mistake here. Now, the reason why I took the trade was because I believe that this was a fake out right here, since we closed right back into that range. So I thought that we were going to go to the upside. So we got a nice little push up. We got a nice wick right here. And once we touched support and retested that, I thought that was a retest. We pretty much moved right back up with the same candlestick, and I should have waited for the candlestick to close, but I didn't. I entered right around here, made my stop loss down here, and immediately got stopped out, right? And that was a negative or minus $174 loss across five accounts, so a little less than $1,000, right? Now, the good part about this is that the loss was quick. Your losses always need to be quick, and your winners need to run. They need to last a little bit longer, right? You need to drag them out a bit. So that was the first trade. All right, so now I'm looking for a second opportunity. So let me clear the screen real quick. Okay, so looking at the second trade, right? So I made another support line right here at the low of day, right, as another key level. So we broke past that. We got a nice little push down. We retested the support, made sure it was resistance, and as we came back down, I entered the trade right about here, set my stop loss right there, and I normally do a 1 to 2 R. So every $100 that I risk, I'm going to make $200. But since it's across five accounts, every $500 that I risk, I'm going to make $1,000. So we started to push down a little bit. We came back, retested this resistance again, and then we came back down and then immediately reversed and stopped me out for a second loss. And this one was about negative $184 or minus 184, so a little less than $1,000, right? So the second trade is what we call a probability based loss. I think that this was a pretty good trade for the most part. Like, this was a quality trade, and the reason why I say that is because, let me grab my arrow. So we had a confirmed downtrend, and this was the first pullback, like real pullback that we got, right? We retested this support as resistance. We got confirmation right here that, it's probably going to go into a downtrend. Like, this is a nice little candlestick pattern that shows that sellers are pretty much in the lead right now. So I entered right there. We retested one more time and then got even a further push down, so we couldn't get above this resistance level. So I was pretty convicted in this. We reached a new low, and then eventually we just came back up. It's a probability-based loss. That's okay. These are the type of losers that let you know that your system is actually working, okay? So now let's look at what I learned for today, right? Like I said earlier, one of the biggest things that I learned today was I have to respect this 5 minute range, not to trade in it. It's either going to be a breakout, a retest of resistance, now support, and then going to the upside, or it's going to be a breakout to the downside, retesting support as resistance, and then continue to push down. Since I'm a momentum trader, this is how I need to trade. Now, what I also learned, let me clear my chart. So whenever we have days like this, when the market is acting pretty sporadic, we have this low, we came back up, crashed back down, came lower, went right back up, retested, pushed down, broke this support, came back up, crashed back down. Like, it's a lot going on, right? Whenever this happens, it just shows you that this is kind of like a low volatility day, and you may need to go to a higher time frame for entries and exits. So if we go to the 5 minute time frame, it literally shows, as you can see, a perfect breakout and retest on the 5 minute time frame. It may take a little bit longer, but this is a high quality setup. So as you can see, the resistance is right here, support is right there, right? Now we broke out, got a beautiful pullback, and then from there, I could have entered right here, because these two candlesticks, this price action is letting me know we went all the way up, got rejected, came back down. After this candle closed, I could have entered on this candle right here, and this would have been my entry. And let me mark that. This could have been my entry. I'll make this white. And then from there, we can go ahead and do our 2R. Why is this so long? Pause. All right, so we go ahead and do our 2R, which is about right here. And as you can see, we made it all the way down here. And there was no chop. There wasn't a lot of sporadic movement like you saw on the 1 minute chart over here, right? It wasn't all this. It was pretty easy. Now this is a high quality setup. So that's what I learned for today. When I'm on the 1 and 2 minute time frame and it's acting sporadic, it's tough for me to find an entry. There's a lot of choppiness and irrationality going on. Go to a higher time frame and there will be clarity. Okay, so I'll be doing that moving forward. That's how I lost $1,800 today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and before I go, I did take a screenshot, so you can take a look at this real quick and, take notes or learn from it or do whatever. So very low volatile day, 1 to 2 minute charts, low vol equals higher time frame, same setup on 5 minute time frame, worked perfectly. So broke out, had displacement right there, retest, entered right there, 1 to 2R, and it pretty much went straight down for the most part. Like, we had a pullback right here, but we didn't really get in the red at all. It was pretty much straight down. So yeah, I hope you learned something from that, and I'll see you tomorrow.